and welcome to Jennifer Knatters. I am Jennifer. No, this isn't Jennifer Knatters. This is Vlogmas. Sorry, I just kind of felt like that would have been a good time for, like some upbeat music or make it a staged thing. It isn't. I'm absolutely just not capable of figuring out what to say. Hello and welcome to Vlogmas 2021, day 16? Day 16. Wow, that's happened fast. I am Jennifer. I normally do Jennifer Knatters, which is why I thought I was doing that today. And I live, if you're new here, I live in Inverness, Scotland, with my husband, 2 children, and 2 cats in descending order of height this time. And yeah, we're having a good Christmas so far, I think. Touch wood. I just knocked on the table here. You're on a little wooden block. There we go. I've touched wood. I've knocked on wood. Let's keep it a good Christmas. I am in a particularly good mood today because yesterday a drop-in clinic for 40 plus opened up for the COVID and flu jabs. So I raced over there in the afternoon because I only noticed at like 1:30. I raced over there and I got double jagged. This arm where I got my COVID booster is a little sore, like right at the injection site. And the flu arm, ow, don't do that, is just fine. If you've missed the last couple of ones, I did do my wrist in. I've got tendonitis. I've got tendonitis in my wrist and in one of my hips, and other parts don't like it so much at various other times. But the wrist and the hip tend to be the worst. I have tendonitis in my wrist. We made shortbread biscuits on Saturday and the rolling pin and then pushing the cookie cutters into the dough did not turn out well. I mean, the cookies turned out fine. They're fine. Although it turned out the icing we had wouldn't stick to them. And I'm really bad at making icing. I've tried and everything. I mean, I'm really bad at making icing for some reason. Brownies and icing, can't seem to do it. Although we did make brownies from a box a few weeks ago and they were forkin' delicious. They were really, really good. Anyway, my wrist, I can't grip things and I can't like rotate the wrist. So I've been wearing a brace. Like I even have to wear it to sleep. I took it off for a little bit today just to let my arm breathe and like rested my arm on the table. And it was like, it significantly increased the amount of pain I've been feeling. Yesterday I took it off for shower and it was much worse that day than it had been the day before when I kind of just did a little spongy job on the bits that would need it, right? Oversharing, I know. Anyway, it is the 16th of January. No, December. 16th of December. I'm already worried about January because both my children and my husband have January birthdays. And yeah, 16th of December. Obviously I can't knit like this. When my hand isn't hurting too much, I can kind of let, I've been working on a crochet corner to corner blanket and I can kind of just have it settle between my fingers and then loop the yarn to tension it through my fingers. And then it's just the one hand is doing the hooking. And so I can kind of do that. I've been making some paper stars for the windows. Do I have ones you can see? There's one there. You can't really see it because I've got the blinds closed. That's when I made like March 2020 or April 2020. I made it in fairly early lockdown when everyone's like rainbows in the windows. And I'm like, I can do a really nice rainbow. The one on the other side is even better, more complicated and really fancy. Not really fancy, it's moderate. I mean, it's just a level of difficulty more than that one is all it is. But it's the whole thing of the rainbow, so it's very, very pretty. And I've got some that I did when I first started doing it still up on the windows, and they're all looking pretty faded and bedraggled because I don't put them up in the winter and take them down. Like, they're not a Christmas thing for me. They're just they make windows pretty thing. And I did not grow up in the suburbs or in an urban environment where people walking past your house could look through your large, beautiful picture windows. So the idea that people can kind of sometimes gives me the heebie-jeebies. And I like the stars in the window because then you see the star and not through the window, if that makes sense. Like it works like a net curtain, basically, a lace curtain or something. Anyway, I keep being like, hey, those are so beautiful, I should make more. And then when I actually have time, I'm like, no, I'm gonna knit. And right now I can't knit, so I'm making more. I think the German is fensterstern. I mean, that's how it's pronounced or written. I have no idea how it's pronounced because I do not speak German. I can just about muddle my way through O Tannenbaum. No, I think O Tannenbaum is the only part I know of that. Yeah, no German. But they're paper window stars and they're lovely, and there are instructions on the internet, there are YouTube videos, or you can buy lots of books. I have a very nice book that I bought, again, when we first went into lockdown and I ordered more paper star stuff. I cannot find it. I'm pretty sure my 8, almost 9-year-old borrowed it, but I don't know. So I'm just going off of stuff from the internet, and I've made some nice ones. I've made some little ones. I've been filling in the ensuite window because it faces the street. I mean, obviously this faces the street, but we're just a little cul-de-sac. The ensuite window is on the other side of the house, which is where the main part of the street goes by. Someone has just parked in front of our house. They are now backing up again and pulling forward again. You can just see their taillights in the corner. I think they're turning around. Hold on, I need to cough. Sorry about that. Other than the occasional coughing fit, I'm doing a lot better. I'm not coughing so much throughout the day, or like when I'm going to get the kids and walking around outside and stuff. And I can just about sing a little bit, which is good because my 4, almost 5-year-old is learning Christmas carols at nursery, and she very much wants me to sing them with her all the time. And I remember when Christina, the 8, almost 9-year-old, was in nursery, she wanted me to sing with her, and I couldn't sing basically at all. We also had a bit of a turn one time when she was walking around the house singing, and I couldn't understand what she was saying, not like in a normal, young child way, but just like she was singing Jingle Bells, but I didn't understand any of it. And then I realized they taught it to her in Gaelic. So her Gaelic is probably a lot like my German. They do work on it in the older grades. They worked on it. They did some Gaelic in nursery, and then they do French and sign language. And then I think in P6 and P7, they do some Gaelic again. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at, making paper stars. Catherine, the 4-year-old, made a paper star. There's someone coming.
Come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel that mourns in lonely exile here, until the Son of God appear.
Put it back in the spot. Hold the door in first. And one last day.
And this is today.
Yes. Is there someone at the door?
In death's dark shadows